I love you. I got to work and pay attention now.
Yay, it's letting me record. Okay, whatever was going on for a while when it said I did not have permission to record, I guess it's done. All right. So,
hallelujah. You need a break right now, Stacey. So that's good.
huh?
I said you need a break right now, so that's good.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else to go a little bit hard.
Yes. Hang on. Sorry, Scott's asking me something.
Damn husband.
I know, right?
He's asking me if my children are asleep. I'm like, I don't know. You're still upstairs with them. I'm not. I don't know. All right. So let's talk about elite points. First of all, I will preface this by saying that, like, I just now am really understanding this. So know that for the first 2-3 years, like I still was like, and they've changed it this year a little bit, but not too much. And Danielle, you're looking Hawaiian. Like you're like looking all sunny, and you've got like the, your hair's kind of kinky, and you've got like the off the shoulder palm tree look going on. I'm like, I mean, like, who are you?
I'm like ready for bed.
I'm getting distracted because I'm looking at like how tropical you look. Oh shoot. All right. Let me turn my volume up. All right. So we are almost half the way through the year, half the way through your opportunity to earn elite points. I will tell you that there's a lot of like mindset and energy and belief that has to go into this. You will hear from a lot of people. I was told, let's see, was it 2 years ago? I was told by a corporate mentor 2 years ago, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard. This, like, you're really behind. You're really behind. Because they'll look at, what's that?
Doug Moss?
No, Doug Moss was actually the one that told me I could do it. Know that there are like corporate people that have like, or not even corporate people, maybe even your own coach, you have like an overview of people, and they're like, well, most people at this point in the year, if you don't have at least this certain number of points, you will not be elite. But what I want to tell you is, if you want elite, you can hit elite. If you want premier, you can hit premier. Things could change in the blink of an eye. You could get working coaches, you could get, you could go viral, like who knows what could happen. Just know that that people who have kind of like the overview of the entire network and know how typically things go, that but there are always outliers. So that's the thing. And there are always ways that if you're strategic from here on out, you can make up points. I mean, I will tell y'all, January, I had 1 point. 1 point. I think February, I had 3 points. So know that like there's so much you can do. And I've always been the one that's pushed in December and crammed and gotten in those points at the last minute. So the way it's broken down and the things that are important. Well, first of all, I'll give y'all just basic, which I know Jen and Danielle know this. Jen Towner. I don't know. Do you know?
Do I know what?
Just the basics.
Yeah.
Okay. And Lauren, how's your understanding of all this?
Slim.
Okay. All right. And that's fine. That's fine.
I have to do some of this too. Danielle and I can
find my
chime in too. You just let us know if you want us to chime in.
Yeah. Well, y'all pop in whenever. I personally don't like using that form you keep holding up, Jen. So y'all, and that confused me for many years. I don't have to throw it away. But like I've written it, the last page, I've written down the road to elite.
Mm-hmm.
I have that in there. So I know what I need to do.
Okay.
If I flip.
I have my road to elite task checklist.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know. I found it. I'm pretty sure maybe it was on Together Rising or something,
Yeah.
and I downloaded it and printed it.
No, Moira posted it probably a little over a month or so ago, and I printed it off somewhere. I think
I have not seen that.
team builder task checklist, like get to diamond, 25
Have y'all
balance
seen
leadership
this?
points.
Jen, have you seen that? I
Here, I'll
miss
tag you in it.
if
You're right.
Moira,
Wait, can you tag me as well?
if Moira
that
posts
Pauline?
things, I can't
Yes,
see.
please.
If Moira posts
Yes,
it,
it was
I
me
can't-
too.
I don't know why. But I do everything in my own writing.
Okay.
I'm just a big believer in like I need to see it so that I understand and know where I am.
I like it.
All right.
Thank you.
So in order to be elite, you have to have 5-star. There are 2 requirements. Well, sorry, there are 3. 5-star and then 105 points. And the points have to come from various categories. And you have to have 2 new diamonds. But all of y'all, to get to 5-star, you'd have 2 new diamonds anyway. So you would have that covered. The points come from 3 areas: leadership, elite APV, leadership SC, which is PSSC, and then PSSC plus 1. So what that means is, I'll go backwards. So PSSC plus 1, that's when a brand new personally sponsored coach hits SC1 or more in their either first month or second month of coaching. So I'll use Colleen as an example. She signed up in March. She hit SC. No, you must have hit.
2 months in a row.
You hit something in March, because I don't think you hit SC6 in March, did you? Anyway, done.
I did. SC10.
Okay,
I
okay.
had.
Okay, so she hit SC, but she didn't have to hit all of that. If she had just had SC2, I would have gotten 1 point for that. But since she hit SC6 or higher and was in Success Club, then I got 3 points. So this is a huge area for strategy. When you have a new coach, if you can get that coach to hit SC in the first or second month, and not only, then you double dip. You get 1 in that PS SC plus 1 category, and then you get 2 points if you also hit Success Club from the PSSC. And if you're hitting elite, if you're trying to hit elite, you're going to be hitting, I mean, like, I'm just assuming that you're hitting Success Club every month if you're going to try to go for elite.
Right.
I think it'd be damn near impossible to hit elite. That's the one thing I will say. Like, I'm like, anybody can do this, but if you're not hitting Success Club, I mean. So that's a really good strategy to increase your points. And that is how I started focusing on the next several months of like, how am I going to go from 1 point and then 2 points to try to get 105 points? Like, I just, first 2 years of the month, or sorry, first 2 months of the year, like I gotta, in 10 months, I gotta get 105 points essentially. So that's a huge area of strategy. When you have a new coach, mentor them to get started, you know, and it's a win-win. You're helping them earn a paycheck. You're helping them start their business. You're helping them get to Emerald. Like, you know, and then the APV category, that comes from all your PV. The rule of thumb there is 3 challenge packs. Wait, what is it? 3 challenge packs get you
Get like 2.
1 point.
1? Oh.
That's the average. Now this month, with things being on sale, I would plan for more probably, because PV could be a little bit lower. I haven't looked to see what the PV is on like sale challenge packs.
I think the PV is the same.
Is it? Sometimes it's not. So I would just keep that in mind. General rule of thumb, 3 challenge packs from new people. Like, it has to be 2019 new people.
Okay.
It can't be a customer. Say, Lauren, you probably don't even, did you start in 2019? Okay, so then you're good. But like, let's say Jen Towner, someone from 2017 decides, who fizzled out last year, they decide, I'm going to sign up again this year, and you sell them a challenge pack, you get the 2 points for that. You get commission, but you're not going to get any credit towards your elite APV. You do another strategy, and I'll just throw out strategies while I think about it. Then I'll let Jen and Danielle throw in over. Another strategy is, now let's say that 2017 customer comes to Jen and says, oh, I really wish I had done this. Like, I wanted to give it a try again. And Jen says, all right.
Email address,
What?
right? New email address, right?
Well, you could do a new email address. I was going with a different strategy. You could say, okay, well, let's figure out what didn't work. And I'm going to suggest something different this time. You're going to sign up as a coach. You're going to commit to using Shakeology for several months, or you're going to commit to whatever. And that makes that person then a 2019 coach. And then anything that person does will count towards elite points. But customers, that if they're not 2019 customers, they don't count. But you can take an old customer, upgrade them to coach, a 2019 coach, and then their APB counts.
Okay.
So that's just another little strategy. And so the way it works now, we used to have the leadership ladder. Now all of that stuff is tied in with elite. That's why it's called the road to elite. And so you go from team builder, team leader, premier leader, elite, and it's based on your rank, your weak leg volume. Yes, exactly. Whether or not you've advanced emeralds and diamonds, and then your points.
Okay.
So I would just make sure you know all of those. Since the three of y'all, I'm going to mention this strategy because actually, Colleen, you brought it up, and it's something that I think I told you. I was like, oh, no, you don't want to do that. But then I was talking to Jolie about it, and this is how Jess Griffin has built her business. And it's an interesting strategy, and it has been a great thing for her to build income. And for every person that you hear builds like this, you'll hear other people say, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't do that. So the idea is, and again, this kind of plays into, well, if it seems like it's impossible for you to hit 5-star elite this year, let's say you start in, I don't know, let's just say, okay, so the issue with this sometimes is, especially early in the year, you don't want to give up any of your points to build your husband's account. So right now, I am not putting anything, I'm not putting anyone under Scott. I am not giving him any Success Club points. I am not giving him any coaches. I'm not doing anything because I need those elite points because I am behind. So let's say you have the goal or the, again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but let's say you're like, my goal is to get to New Leader Conference in February, which that should be a really good goal for the three of y'all. I mean, that's amazing. You learn a lot. It's just a good goal to have. And whether
What's the qualification for that?
You have to be 1-star by the end of December. You will do that. You all can do that. Like, that is so doable. But let's say you decide, maybe this isn't the year that I push for elite. I don't have any working coaches. I don't know if that's going to be possible. So what you do instead is you have your original CBC that you get to 1-star, and you get it to 1-star through a spouse or U+2 account. And so this is how Jess Griffin did it. She would get herself to SC10. As soon as she got herself to SC10, she would get her husband to SC10. And her goal was getting the double leads from the company.
Oh. Interesting.
Getting the leads from the company. What did you say?
The sale. If the PV is the same.
Yep, the PV is the same.
So too. Oh, okay. But what about if someone sells like the 141?
Right.
Yep. Still same? Still.
So yeah, the 141 is normally the 160, and that would be 135.
Okay. But I'm just throwing that strategy out because Jolie and I just talked about it, and I have never known that's what Jess Griffin was doing. I mean, they were in a bad financial situation, and so she does that. She does SC10 for her, SC10 for her husband. They get double leads.
Yeah.
So
Another thing to consider with that is also like Lauren and Colleen, I don't know if you have spouse accounts, but if you're 2019 coaches, that account also will get you elite points because it's a 2019 coach.
And that's exactly why I started to do that last year, because last month I got myself to SE10, and then I got him to I think 6 or 4, I can't remember, but I wanted to get those points for elite. So because he's a 2019 coach too.
Yeah.
And it may also depend, like if you're like me and Cece, like our spouse accounts are on our strong leg. So yes, we'll get leads, but we're also losing I'm never going to catch up to that volume right now, on that leg, because Tom's got so much carryover volume. So make sure you talk to your upline or one of us.
That I still need clarification, because when I look in mine, I feel like it seems like my legs are very even. I don't feel like I have a strong weak leg. But I'm not 100% sure I'm looking at it the right way. So
yeah. Lauren, figure that out. Figure out if he's on your strong or your weak leg, and if you have like a strong leg or a weaker weak leg. Because my husband is on my weak leg, and I can show you how to maximize your income that way. Because I make way more money now than I did in the last 2 years, because somebody finally told me what to do that I wish I had known years ago.
So I will look at that. I really, honestly, in other exercises that I've done, when people are looking at it, like my right leg volume and left leg volume are very similar, and I don't seem to have a lot of carryover volume for anything.
On either side?
On either side.
Okay, then you probably have really balanced legs.
That's a good thing.
That's not bad.
Oh, okay.
That's a really good thing, because the worst thing is I'm leaving money on the table. I'm leaving $10,000 a month or more on the table.
Right. Same. Oh, and I'm
working at getting to elite, CC. Help you out.
Right?
So
my diamond back.
It's actually,
Wait, can you explain that to me, Cece? Why are you?
Because
What's
I have
going on there?
such a strong leg that my weak leg, like.
Can I show a
How do
visual?
you build your
Yeah,
weak leg?
if you have a visual, show it.
Yeah, let me show you a visual, Colleen. I'm a super visual learner.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, so let's see here, because I think Cece, you and I have similar things going on, right? With like a power leg.
Yeah, but Matt's on your weak leg.
Matt's on my weak leg. Yeah. Okay. So here, let me move this. Can y'all?
Oh gosh.
Do you see this? I will.
Okay,
never,
yeah, I see the difference.
Like,
oh my God.
Never catch up to that, which is nice, because that way I'm not ever not cycling when somebody hits my left leg. My left leg is very obviously my weak leg, and this is just the turnover from today. But if I were to like, all of this volume is just sitting there waiting to be tapped into. And so what is the CC? I don't even know. Was it?
So which one are you?
Formula?
So I am not either one of those. That's my left leg and my right leg. So my weak leg and my strong leg. So 281, 321.
Oh, okay. It makes sense now. Okay.
That divided by 2, right, Cece?
Wait, let me think. Do you divide by 2 and multiply by 18?
Yes, I think so. Divide by 2 times 18.
No, you divide it by 200. Sorry.
200. Yeah. Okay. That's right. I'm like,
I didn't know. I didn't think it was 2.
I think I did that the first time, and I was like, holy cow. Okay. Divide by 200 times 18.
18.
So there's $25,000 sitting right there.
And how do you?
my weak leg has to go way up.
Right.
Okay.
Is that dividing by 200 because it's like 200 to 100?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Exactly.
And that's how Tom's account is set up, because I've got Lauren Nelson, Aaron Kirkpatrick, and Maggie under Tom. So that's where, but Tom, that's my strong leg. And so Colleen, a strong leg is where other coaches are being placed underneath of you that aren't being placed there. So wherever you see CC and the whole team putting people underneath of you, that's going to be your
Right.
strong leg, and typically your volume will be up there. But like when you look at my volume is close to Lauren's where it's almost even. But you look at Tom's and he's like $250,000 on one leg and 90 on the other. I mean, I'm barely even cycling once. So I'm putting all of this maybe over it might not make sense. So we can draw it out if we need to a little bit later. But so all of my coaches, I never put anybody on my outside strong leg. They're going on my PS, but under Tom's weak leg. So that way I'm going to have like 3 working legs.
Right. That's what my next question was. Okay.
Yeah.
And Colleen, you actually, I mean, you're on my weak leg,
Mm-hmm.
but in order for me to maximize what I am sitting on, I'm adding everybody to my weak leg.
Right.
So a lot of
Right.
times people are like, oh God, I'm on her weak leg, but that's the only thing I'm growing. Like you've got
Mhm.
April underneath you and Deborah and like Donnell. Every coach that I am getting right now goes right under Jen Towner and you know, like that.
Right.
That is just where I have to put everybody, because I am sitting on $115,549.11. I have over $1 million in rollover, or $1 million in that on my strong leg.
So like the more that we start increasing, the better it is for you to get those numbers up. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I mean,
But that's why.
I have been putting, I have only been putting coaches on my weak leg for, I mean, it's seriously almost been 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into a situation, Cece, where I was balance, back and forth, because nobody told me my upline. I know for those of you guys, I know Colleen, you wouldn't know, but for Jen Towner and Lauren, so my upline dipped out. So I did not have a mentor like you. I didn't have pods like this. I had Meredith's team and Jackie's team, but that was it. And then I met Cece and all of that. So nobody ever told me not to do that. And I didn't know any better. So I'm sitting there back and forth. And then somebody goes, oh, put everybody on your weak leg. So then I start strong loading my weak leg, but I didn't keep enough active in my strong leg. And so that's why it's really important that you make sure you've got enough people on your strong leg to maintain your active diamond no matter what. No matter who decides to go inactive, no matter what happens, I'm not going to drop my diamond because of some activity over there. So you do need enough, like Cece is saying, to keep yourself moving.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get enough that you're going to hold, like say maybe you got a couple of working coaches over there. Great. You got double emerald or double emeralds on there, like a strong diamond or whatever. Then you start really, like Cece's talking about, just downloading that weak leg for volume so that you start cycle bonusing. And Colleen, what Cece is saying, like that's so good for you that all of those new working coaches are going up underneath of you, because all that volume is building up underneath of you. So you're going to have that really strong carryover. It's not there yet, but it will be, because Cece ain't going anywhere and she's not going to stop getting new
Colleen's
coaches.
already getting team cycle bonuses.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Donnell is too. Like
Yeah.
all of these new coaches are getting team cycle bonuses, which is
So awesome.
amazing. I thought of something I was going to say now. I can't remember what it was. And I just want to reiterate what Danielle was saying. I mean, I have seen too many coaches try to start building their weak leg too soon. It is important to build your weak leg, but what's more important is having a strong, stable diamond, because what happens is if you are continuing to grow your weak leg and you drop down to emerald, you go from $18 per cycle to $14 per cycle.
14, right.
So you always want to have that strong diamond first, which is, 2 emeralds at least on your weak leg. or sorry, on your strong leg. And also the issue that you run into is, and this is what I have run into. For me, I probably will never get to 10-star or above because financially it just will not make sense for me to ever put a working diamond on my strong leg. So I will only ever have 2 diamonds on my strong leg. And I could have 25 on my week, you know, but in order to hit 10-star, it has to be 5 and 5.
Right. It has to be equal.
I will never, unless I get to just such a abundant place where I'm able to put people on my strong leg, but place them under Scott's weak leg so that it starts building his volume on his weak leg, because he actually has more rollover volume than I do.
Got it.
Which is
he doesn't cycle as often.
He doesn't cycle because I'm not building him, you know, because it just doesn't make sense to build anything over there.
That reminds me, I have
is probably the highest that I will ever get. And it drives some people crazy. So like Erin Hopkins, for instance, she's another one that like financially, it probably does not make sense for her to ever be anything higher than 9-star because it's just not going to be worth it because she's got Jolie on her power leg, you know.
Got Jess Griffin. And
yeah. So, and it's a tough pill for some people to swallow because like Erin, she wants to be Superstar Diamond, you know? But like financially, like it for her to get to Superstar, she's probably going to give money up because she working coaches on that power leg, you know. So it once you start learning about all this, you realize why there are people like Keith Callahan, who maybe you haven't heard of, who make a lot of money, but they're not Superstar, or they're not even 10-star, or they're not.
Like Amy Silverman, she's never been above 10 because she just builds financially. But like if you do have even legs, like Lauren, if we have even legs, then it does make sense for us to build for the bonuses too. But do you guys have any questions about Elite? Because there's other ways that you can get. I know that was the main reason for the call, so I want to make sure that we're hitting all the points for that. Because you do get points for Star Diamond rank advancements also. They don't count towards the 105, but they count towards your rank in the company. And then you also get points for success starters as well. So you get 25 points for each diamond. Each person that you get from 1-star to 2-star to 3-star to 4-star to 5-star. Like CC can't help Moira anymore. She's capped out at 5-star. I'm 3-star lifetime, so I can still get Moira 50 points this year. Or you can also get points by getting your coaches started right and getting them in Success Starter for 25 points. So that's going to move you up in the rank, but those points don't go towards the 105. You can only get the 105 through the categories that CC told you guys about.
I have a question about that.
Sure.
I have a couple coaches that I know that will be working, but they're like, I want to get my results first. I want to work on me first. I want to work on me first. And I'm like, okay, but just tell your friends. So, and the one is coming up to her 2nd month and she's like, and she hasn't done anything yet. You know what I mean? So like, do I just like move forward with more people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or offer her I offer my coaches an incentive, and I think Danielle does too. So in my welcome email, I tell my coaches, if you get one person started your first month or 2, I'm going to give you $25 extra in addition to the referral bonus you're getting from Beachbody. If you help 3 people, I'm going to give you a $50 bonus. And then also the ticket to Summit is a big deal for people. You know, Success Starter, if they hit Success Starter, then they earn that free ticket. Now they won't earn it for this year, but they could earn it for next year. And I think Danielle does a really good thing. By gifting them a ticket if they earn it this year, right?
Yeah, if I have 3 new coaches right now that well, I guess that would be kind of what it is. But like because Summit is moving so far up. But like I have a couple of new coaches right now that are working and are planning on attending Summit. Well, if they're planning on attending Summit and they get what the month 3 Success Starter would be, I will comp them their ticket price later on, because I don't like that they don't get it for this year. To me, it should just be a promo code and you should just get it. Like, I don't know why it has to be within a certain amount of time. I'm sure there is reason or they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But to me, if somebody hits their 3rd month of Success Starter in June, they should be allowed to go to Summit in July for free.
Yeah.
For free.
No, that's the
Right.
deal that we made with Colleen and Jamie, but Colleen can't go to Summit because she's turning 40 then. So I'm gonna do
We could throw you a really cool birthday party with like 25,000 people.
I know. I'm like, are you sure you want to miss it? Because like that's where I'd want to celebrate my 40th birthday. But like
40 sucks. Sorry. 50's
40s
better.
are great.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Colleen,
But-
I'm kind of in the same boat as you.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Colleen, I think the great thing is you got started fast. So you have a story about, you know, I mean, I didn't have results yet. You got a paycheck like before, you know, you lost weight, lost inches, and got a paycheck all at the same time. So you have proof that like, you don't have to have results. Let's just get you started. Like, let's just ask people to join you. Like, what did you
Right.
do? I would just tell her what you did, you know, and just get them, you know, and then if you want to offer incentive, you can offer incentive. If you want to find out what their
Love language.
yeah, like their love languages. Like, are they motivated? Like, would this person be motivated by having their shakes paid for this month? Are they motivated by recognition because you can give them a shout out? Are they motivated by a prize? Are they motivated? Like, what are they motivated by?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Donnell.
Hi.
I've
I'm sorry.
never seen you with
driving.
glasses. That's such a cute picture.
Oh, those are those blue light.
Oh, gotcha. That is so cute of y'all. All right. So we are in the middle of talking about elite points and volume and stuff that you would probably geek out over. Do y'all have any questions about strategy? The one thing, let me tell you this real quick. So for anyone who is thinking, all right, I'm going to go for it, 2-star, 5-star, Premier, Elite, what I would do is, and even if let's say you decide, I mean, I'm going to push for this, why not? And let's say you finish the year and you didn't get any working coaches to like get to Diamond. Just by the fact of you focusing on these things, this will move your business forward. This will increase your income. So even if you don't hit 5-star Elite, let's say you will have built your week leg volume. You will have you will just have earned more and gotten to a better place. So what I would do, and this is what I did, I finally hunkered down after March, and when I saw, so I got 1 point January, 2 points February, jumped up to 6 points in March. So what I did was I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I took 9 months. So what I would do now, everyone needs to know how many points you have. And if you are Diamond or higher.
So many points. I'm kidding. I
I have 8.
have 13.
I'm
Guys, it
7.
can change. It can change. It can change. So
Just record yourself telling me that, okay, please.
So this is what you do. All right. So right now we are in we're in June. So we can't change what happened in May. But starting today, you can control what is happening June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Guys, that's 7 months. So you need to know how many points you have right now. Subtract that from 105. Divide whatever that number is by, 7.
I went to art school.
I know. Well, I can't do public math. So whatever that number is, divide by 7.
Okay.
And that will give you a rough idea of, or not a rough idea, that will give you what you need to hit at a minimum every single month. And it might.
And that's
103. See, I even calculated it wrong.
Okay. So do you want me to help you with your calculations?
I need 12.5 every month.
105 minus what I have,
Lauren, do you know how doable that is?
97 divided by 7. Okay, I can do this. 97.
wait, hold on. Let me get to my page. I'm doing everything off
13.
my phone.
14. Shit.
It's 14, Jen. It's 14.
I know. I
Guys,
figured
It's
it out.
13 and it's 13 and some change. Just say
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Minus
So
12.5,
14.
7,
No,
something.
that there might be.
13.
So this is what Craig did for me last year, and it made it seem a lot more doable for me and a lot more manageable, as opposed to, oh my gosh, I've got to get 80 more points or whatever it is. Like, if you know every month I need to get at least 12 points, I need to get at least 14 points, figure out what that means. If you know that 3 challenge packs equal 1 point, then make it a non-negotiable to hit SC 18 or whatever. Like, you can reverse engineer this if you're very
Sorry. I'm just
This
frustrated.
category's cap, so you can only have a certain amount of points in
Right.
each category.
right. And I will tell you, historically, one of the hard, well, I bounce back and forth between what the hardest category is, but that SC +1, that new coach, that's one of the hardest. That's one of the hardest. But so that's why you only, the minimum is you have to get it. And we didn't say this, but there's a minimum in each category and a maximum. So the minimum you have, well, no, actually that's not true. I guess there's just a minimum. Yeah, there's just a minimum in that SC +1. You have to have 5 points.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This might be specifically for me or it might not, but when I'm looking at reverse engineering that, if I was to tell, because I don't think I have an issue with APV. My APV continually rises every month. So I assume that is it safe to assume that if I'm getting the other points, my APV will be fine and not to worry about that at all?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know what the problem is. Come October, November, December, when all of those people who have kind of been on the fence start dropping like flies because they're like, oh gosh, I'm getting into the holidays and I can't afford, I got to save money for Christmas. And so I think there is some drop off, but the trend is, that's the nice thing about that category. For those of y'all who don't understand what that category is, that means the more customers you bring on January, February, March, they're going to count for you that entire year for that category, especially if they stay on Shakeology, or if they try new products, or they get beach bars, or they, whatever. I think one strategy is when you offer people, when they sign up, like, don't just offer them a challenge pack. Say, you might also be interested in XYZ. What we've been doing in our Coach Sneak Peek now, we give them the opportunity to say, what flavor Shakeology they want, and then do they want Mom Crack, and do they want beach bars? So all those little things that you do like that is going to help in that category. But APV is the one that it just seems so doable and easy, especially if you're hitting SC10 or higher every month. That just, it grows. And unless you just halt and stop building your business, you should be good in that category if it's continuing to grow.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of, because what I'm seeing, again, reverse engineering that, is that and Jen Towner, I think this would work for you, and same with Lauren Nelson. I don't know where Colleen and Donnell are, but I assume they're probably around the same since they're new. If the goal is, I got to bring on 3 new working coaches who hit SC in their first month, that will give you 5 elite points. So 3 for that SC +1, 2 because you're hitting SC no matter what anyway, and then their 1 point as well. If you do that every month, that's 15 elite points every month.
Wait, I think it's more than that, isn't it? Because you're saying you have 3 new coaches who get that SC +1, then you also hit it and they hit SC6. you get that 3, you get 2, 4, you get 9.
Why would you get, okay.
You get 9. You get
Why
9.
would you get 9?
Because if they're hitting SC6 and they're new, you're double.
We had Success
3 per
Club. We could
person.
double.
If you
3
get
per
double, if you're in Success Club as well. It's under category 1 here on this useless piece of paper.
Okay. I didn't even download the useless piece of paper, so there's that.
No, I just see that piece of paper to me for the past 2 years, it was too much. It was too much, so I didn't use it, and so I didn't know where I was. So I just want to encourage y'all. Like, if you look at that and that makes sense for you, use it. Like, Jen, keep using it. But just for me, it was too much. I didn't understand it.
It all just has zeros on it right now, and I know I have more points than this because I get points for APV, but I haven't points anywhere else because nobody wants to work with me.
Yeah. But do y'all get the double dipping part?
No, but I figure if I get it, then I'll get it.
Yeah. So,
like,
I have to sign up for
Danielle, I think you got it though.
Success Club.
You said 15 a month, right? 15 points a month. So you're doing 9. You're doing 9 in the 9 with the 2 SC categories, and then 6 in the APV category.
which equals 15.
15.
oh,
Yes.
okay, I see. Okay. I didn't know you were. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant I was getting 9 for one coach hitting SC. I'm like, how is that working?
No. I was adding up the 3.
Got it.
But those coaches have to sign customers, not coaches, because you don't get APV from coaches signing up coaches. You only
That's
get
why.
APV from coaches signing up customers.
That's not helpful to hit diamond.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not.
This is
Right?
This is
That's
where
not good for rank advancing.
This is
I
always
gotta have
where I
that too,
come
friends.
This is where I always have the conundrum because I feel
Mhm.
like going towards one thing takes away from going towards another thing. So it's always,
Exactly.
It's a
always like,
balance.
wait a second.
But
If I go
Lauren,
towards this,
this is what I would tell you. I would probably, and again, I might tell you this, and Jen and Danielle might be like, that's stupid. But y'all both got the diamond.
Right, you
I can't wait.
listen to CC.
But y'all both got to diamond quickly. Now, what I would recommend, sign people up as customers so that you know where you need to fill a hole. You always are going to need to have some customers because you might have to fill a hole on one of your legs. You might have to fill a hole under your husband. So you always want to have some customers. So that's the thing. Like I have a diamond that she can be a diamond like that because she has family that she needs, that she can get active, but she signed everybody up as a coach. So when she gets in a pickle, she's got nobody. So you want to make sure you still have customers. So as long as you are, I mean, if you're squeaking by every month with SC6, you don't have a lot of options. But if you get to SC10 and you have some coaches and some customers and, you know, like you just want to always have like a little bit of a safety net, you know?
Yeah.
And trust me, like now when you're trying to, like the higher you get, the more of a customer base you actually need so that you can see like you can just call someone in a pinch and be like, can I just plug you right here? You know, like you need to have that customer base. So it's an amazing strategy to sign coaches, and it's good that you know how to do that. That's a gift, and that will help you in so many ways. But I would just balance it out just a little bit, just because again, the issue is sometimes you have all these coaches and you don't have any customers to plug.
And that's how my strategy is going to change probably in July, and maybe CC's will too, July, August, because then we're going to try to be getting our husbands to diamond to rank advance.
Exactly.
You know, so we're going to be signing our business customers for us and then upgrading them to our husbands for coaches.
Okay. And that's where, so right now I'm at diamond. I have 2 coaches that say they're going to be working coaches. And then I have the option of building my husband or my mom. So it's kind of like, do I get my SC points and then start to build my husband so I can go to 1 star? Because these coaches that say they're going to work, I'm not really sure.
No, Until they start working.
They're
Don't
not working.
Yeah.
Right.
I had some, but then they canceled. So, so.
Right. Okay. So should I just focus on getting myself SC and then building my husband so I can be 1-star?
I mean, I think.
What is your end of the year goal?
Yeah.
What's your end of the year goal? What do you want to be? A 5-star elite or 2-star premier or?
Honestly, and I hope this doesn't sound bad, but I don't necessarily care about the ranking. I care about supplementing my income because my goal is to supplement my income so that I can work this full time.
Yeah.
So you want to shoot for 2-star for sure. Are your mom and husband opposite?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Shooting for 2-star is really important because 2-star is a bonus. 2-star is also when you can open up your second CBC.
Right. Okay, so that's what I'll do.
Control Business Center. For those of you who might not know what CBC is.
But listen to this, Lauren. This is what Doug Moss said to me that kind of freaked me out because sometimes you think about 5-star and it's like, oh, 5-star. He looked at my downline and he was like, all right, so this is what I'm going to kind of do what he did for me with your downline. All right, so here's
someone to do this with my downline, like to tell me all the things.
Here are your diamonds. Your mom, your husband.
Okay.
You, your second CBC.
Okay.
So that's 3.
You just need 2.
You need 2 working coaches to get to 5-star.
Okay, that's doable.
2 working
And with
coaches.
your high SC, you can float 3 business centers, but people that are just hitting SC6 are not going to be able to float business centers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, all right.
And the thing is too, I mean, I would think I would want to look probably at your volume and things like that and where you're set up for elite because as quickly as you got to diamond.
Hey, wait a minute, Danielle. That is not fair.
What's she doing?
She smiled and took a picture while the rest of us are talking.
Not fair. We got to do a nice one for everybody, girl.
Okay, well, finish your talk. I just don't want anybody to hop off.
Okay, and nobody hop off so we get a picture. So, Lauren, what I'm going to say is that you have a really good chance of being elite because you definitely can build diamonds fast. You've done that. So, what I would probably encourage you to do, knowing that, is continue to build you to get those points for the next couple of months, and then after Summit, just like me and Cece, at that point, maybe look at who you need to get to diamond and where you are because you're going to continue to recruit people that want to work. And
that's the goal.
Doug Moss told me, he's like, you'd much rather get the diamonds by somebody else doing the work than you having to float.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And you can get diamonds fast because you've done it before, so I would say hold off on that and just continue to sign as many coaches or as many customers as you can.
Okay.
Plug your holes, get as many points as you can this month and next month, and then the 3 of us and Maggie can look at where you are for elite and go from there. But that's what I was told from Moira was to get through Summit, reevaluate, and then start to build Tom depending on where I am with elite. So
exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what I'm going to do.
And a lot of this advice also is without us seeing your volume and your downline and all that. So just know it's just like we know your husband's here, your mom is here, like, it's very generic advice.
I know.
But really all you need.
But hey, it's at
but
least
still the message. The message. Yeah. Well, the message is you need 2 working coaches to hit 5-star. That's all.
Okay.
And 3 coaches every month hitting SC6 that are new.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got to work on.
Yeah,
well,
me too.
I don't know. Maybe I don't want this to be discouraging, but Lauren, I've been
it's not discouraging at all.
years, and it's still hard. That message from Julie Voorhees, CC,
Oh God,
helped me so much to know that she's been doing this for 10 years, and elite is a struggle for her every year.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to look at Together Rising specifically, and they're popping elite people in March. That's not typical.
And that's not normal.
No. So it's easy to think, man, I'm behind the curve. I'm not doing enough. That this is never going to happen to me because it didn't happen like it happened for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it happens for most people.
Yeah. So
just keep your head down, do your work, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Thank you. And I kind of feel like I'm lucky in that aspect because this is still a foreign language for me. So I don't even know what the curve is. Like, I don't know if I'm ahead, behind, where I am. So
Yeah.
It's so helpful to get that guidance to just be like, okay, this is what I'll do now.
And just so, look at Scout's going nuts. And just so y'all know, I mean, there's a lot you can do in 7 months. There's a lot you can do. I mean, again, Premier came down to November and December for me. Elite last year came down to December for me. I mean, I did it up till December 28th. Do I recommend that? No, I do not. But can it be done? It can. So, I mean, we're in a really good position right now. I mean, it's June. We got 5 months behind us. You can't change those months. But, you know, you can do a lot of pushes and be real strategic for the next 7 months.
Sweet.
And the worst case scenario is, all right, maybe you hit 2-star Premier instead of Elite, or maybe you hit 2-star and you don't have the points, or maybe you have all the points and you hit 1-star. So now you have the confidence. Well, I know how to hit the points. I can do that. And then you just build with that momentum because you'll go to NLC and like they're really.
Yeah. I'm not getting fired if I don't hit it. Like, so
I don't think there's anything else, but I would recommend being really strategic and knowing every month, because that's the mistake that I've made for the past several years. I just haven't. I've said, well, I blame that sheet, and I was like, I just don't understand the sheet, and then I would get in meetings in September with a corporate mentor, and then it would be really down to the wire. Really down to the wire, you know, October, November, December, 3 months. And so I think just finding a system that works for you so that you just know how many points you have, where you are. And the last thing I will say, don't pay attention to ranking. Don't pay attention to ranking because it doesn't matter right now. It doesn't matter. You are thrown in with everybody who's diamond or above. Everyone who's diamond or above. And those people are not necessarily people who are going to be 5-star at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, the only rankings that matter are that, you know, if you're 5-star, that's what matters. Like right now, don't look at it and think, oh my God, you know, I was 3,000, then I'm 1,000, I'm 800, and then I go up to 900. And then like rankings at this point in the year do not matter. Except when it's someone in your downline and you want to celebrate them and be like, oh my gosh, you're a new coach and you are number 900 or, you know, whatever it is. But your own rank, it doesn't matter right now. It really doesn't matter right now unless you're like, you know, top 10.
Right. Not there.
Yeah. I mean, it really don't get wrapped up in that. Focus on your points. If you're going to waste your time, waste it like focusing on your points and not, oh my gosh, what ranking am I? Like, it just doesn't matter right now. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay. Can we take a cute picture now?
Yes.
No. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Let me take glasses off.
1, 2, 3. Yay.
Okay. Do y'all have any questions?
Sure, I'll have a gajillion later.
I need
hard to digest.
I mean, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of strategies that could happen. So it's basically just breaking it down, like what you have to do, when, and how. So
exactly.
I mean, that's it. I mean, right now I have to get 14.7 points a month. So, I mean.
And I want you to know that's doable.
I'm sure it is, you know, but it's like,
sure
I'm sure it is, but I need a strategy. Like when you first told me like what I needed to do to get to Success Club, I knew that I needed to get 3 people, 2 coaches done. Right. So that's how I have to work. So.
Right. Well,
so
what do you need?
Like I'm the same mind space you're at.
Like, yeah. So now I know that I need 5 customers, 5 coaches so I can play. There we go.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. exactly. And I would say the earlier in the year that you can secure people in that SE+1 category, the better, because that's the toughest. And I had to sign my mom up as a coach in December, and I got 3 points from her because I needed 1 point in that category come December, and I needed 2 points in the PSSC category. So I had to get that all in December from my mom because I didn't want to chance it. Like, I didn't want to say, oh, I hope this new coach does it. But now you have some leeway. Now you're like, okay, it's June. I hope this new coach does it. You know,
Right.
in December, that's when you have to like find an Uncle Charlie to sign up to get that person to SC, you know.
Yeah.
So hit that category sooner rather than later for sure. But hopefully what that means is if you do that, you are getting someone started in their business, and they will hopefully continue and give you 2 points every month from here on out because they're going to hit Success Club and they've been set up for success.
So like Jess, she hit Success Club. This is her. She was a success starter. I got the email today. So I would have gotten how many points from her?
You would have gotten 3.
How come it only says that I have 2 points then?
It doesn't update yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So now it's
So
The second Friday.
yeah. So next week will be the elite report for May. You'll see
Okay,
that.
cool.
What you're looking at right now is from April.
okay. So like, and then I kept forgetting that I gave Gene my 2 customers, so they don't even count.
Right.
So, because I was like, oh, he's at Success Club. And then I was like, no. So he only got 2 points last month.
But you still get 1 for that,
You still
right?
get 1
Because he's
point
a
for
2019 coach.
Okay. All right.
Is that right? Did I?
Yeah, he's a 2019 coach. So yeah.
Okay.
Good job, Lauren.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Got it.
Bosses.
Yeah. But you have a plan, and the good thing is, like, I think what I would recommend is every month after elite reports come out, again, don't pay attention to the ranking. Again, it's exciting sometimes, but I just don't want it to mess with your head. So I'd rather you just not pay attention to it, because again, like, you could be ranked 250 right now, but if you don't hit 5-star, like by the end of the year, like it goes both ways. So just don't worry about that, and just look at the points. And I would reassess after every month and redo the formula every month so that you know, because it might change. Like, let's say I get 18 points this month. I don't need 11 points every month from here on out. I might need less. So you need to just be really aware and redo your formula every month. And it might, again, you have an amazing month, and that's going to help you. I would try to have as many amazing months earlier in the year as possible.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to do like a check-in at the end of every month so that we can kind of go over strategies as we get closer?
Sure.
To see kind of where everybody.
Or maybe what we do it mid-month after elite reports come out.
Yeah. Either way.
So that you still have time in the current month
To make
fix it.
but you know where you stand. You know.
Okay.
So why don't we do our Thursday Quad Squad call the Thursday after that second Friday?
That would work.
An elite progress report or whatever.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. I'll talk to Maggie and get her to put that on the calendar from here on out.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Lauren. That's a good suggestion.
So that's the third Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Wait.
But I think it just, the 3 tips I will give you, again, don't pay attention to rankings.
I get upset every month. So just know that I call Cece and Danielle crying. I'm like, these coaches that just started are higher than me. And Cece's like, they're going to drop out.
Yeah. And it's that's why I tell you.
And that's it.
Guys, I've been through this for 2 years now. And the thing that I couldn't understand, well, this is what finally made me understand. So last year, I'm sorry. Let me think about this. Was it last year? No, it was when I hit Premier. hit Premier that year, and every month it was amazing because, you know, we started the year like ranked 1,000, and then we got to 900, and every month it was going down, and it was just so amazing. And then I got stalled out at 300. And I thought, okay, you know, I'm like 300, which is amazing out of 400,000 coaches. And so then the day that they called me to tell me I was Premier, they'll give you your ranking. And they said, you're a Premier coach, you're number 157. And I was like, what? And how did I get to 157? That's unbelievable, because I had never got below 300. My mind was blown. And then I was like, oh, all those people that didn't get to 2-star and didn't get to 5-star get erased. Get totally erased. So some of the people that you see that are getting shouted out and getting celebrated after reports come out, and it's like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah is ranked 200, or blah, blah, blah is 700. They might be right now, but if they don't get 2 diamonds or 5 diamonds, doesn't matter, you know? So don't pay attention to now I'm going to get my 3 tips. Don't pay attention to the ranking. Keep up with your points and reassess every month and redo that formula so that you know, like, all right, now we have, so when this comes out to whatever next week, add up 105 minus where you are, divide it by 6. So then you know for the next 6 months, this is the number of points I need to get each month, and figure out how you're going to do it. And I forgot what my 3rd point was, but that's enough.
I love you.
Be strategic. You just have to be strategic, you know.
And don't compare yourself to all the other people. I mean, because you just got to be consistent, because I'm at this point right now where, you know, I've almost on 2 years, and, you know, it's all these new people, and I just know enough to just keep doing my thing and keep getting on the calls and just keep doing that stuff, because some people, I mean, for me, it's like magic happens, but then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, so, but just keep doing the things. And, you know, and if you miss a goal, you'll just keep going. So,
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to cry, too.
Oh, I did that.
Same here. I mean, we all do.
No, we don't.
Alternative is worse.
You do.
And y'all's like, nah, I'm not crying.
Cry.
It's okay to cry.
It's my goal every week to, like, what can I do to make Danielle cry?
Right.
That is rude.
And also own the crying people. People are like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm crying. Don't be sorry. It's emotion, people.
All my crying posts, those are the ones where those are the most popular posts when I'm happy and cute and looking good. Nobody comments. But when I'm like red nose crying, that's when people are like,
yeah. Because that's what they do at home in the bathroom behind closed doors. Seriously. Hi, puppy.
Gosh. Colleen and Donnell, can y'all type your Instagram names in the chat box for me, please, so I can tag you? Thank you. Because I'm done with this crying stuff. Now we're
stop. I'm going to stop recording.